Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. If the Lakers sign a player of Kawhi Leonard's caliber, it will certainly be a super team, and it's worth sending 5 players to bring in the phenomenon Kawhi Leonard. Will the Lakers be able to sign Kawhi Leonard? Lakers predicted to trade for 2-time NBA champion in blockbuster deal. The Los Angeles Lakers are one of the better teams in the Western Conference and boast a 19-9 record following their loss to the Phoenix Suns. However, the team could use an additional boost to strengthen its roster. Fansided's Josh Cornelison has proposed a blockbuster trade between the Lakers, Clippers, and the Brooklyn Nets that would pair Kawhi Leonard with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Lakers receive Kawhi Leonard. Clippers receive Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, 2030 first-round pick swap, LAL. Nets receive Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht, 2032 Lakers second-round pick. Several superstars could be on the move, notably Anthony Davis and Giannis Antetokounmpo. However, it's not hard to see the Clippers moving on from Leonard if things continue to get worse. The Clippers are currently one of the worst teams in the Western Conference, with a record of 8-22 on the season. The Clippers could opt out of the Leonard contract, which has 3 years remaining and is worth $149 million. Sending him to a Lakers team looking to compete for a top spot in the Western Conference by adding Leonard, giving them another dynamic scorer to pair with James and Doncic. Parting ways with Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and Gabe Vincent, along with the Lakers' first-round pick swap, sending them to the Clippers, helping them kick off a rebuild. Despite injuries throughout his career, Leonard has shown he can still play at a high level. Adding him to a Lakers team that currently has the worst defense in the NBA would make them a more complete and competitive squad. The Lakers are rolling out a potential lineup that includes Kawhi Leonard, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James, giving them one of the most versatile starting lineups in basketball. Luka Doncic gets status update for Lakers Rockets. The Los Angeles Lakers played without Luka Doncic on Tuesday against the Phoenix Suns, and it showed in the final score. With the Slovenian superstar sidelined with a leg injury, the Lakers suffered a 132-108 loss to the Suns at Mortgage Matchup Center in Phoenix, Arizona. But the Lakers' longing for the former NBA scoring champion may soon end, as he is expected to return to action for Thursday's Christmas Day showdown against the visiting Houston Rockets at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California, according to Shams Charania of ESPN. His comeback will also have a bit of a promotional twist. He will return to the lineup and debut his new signature shoe on Thursday, Charania said of Doncic. Charania was referring to Doncic's 5th signature shoe with the Jordan brand, which was teased in a social media post on Tuesday. The 5-time NBA All-Star sustained the injury in the first half of Monday's 103-88 Lakers loss at the hands of Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers at Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California, leaving the soon-to-be 41-year-old LeBron James carrying most of LA's load on offense. With James in the lineup, Doncic returning, and Austin Reeves healthy again, the Lakers will have their dangerous triumvirate all set to go against the struggling Rockets, who are also on a 2-game losing streak. So far in the 2025-26 NBA season, Doncic is averaging a team-best 34.1 points per game with a 45.8% shooting from the field. DeAndre Ayton buying in on being a role player for the Los Angeles Lakers is all they could ask for. Heard. The Los Angeles Lakers would already be staring down a doomsday scenario during the 2025-26 NBA season without DeAndre Ayton. The best gift they could have gotten during this campaign is what the new starting center for Hollywood's team has given them. Ayton arrived in Los Angeles with a bad rep after his buyout from the Portland Trail Blazers. There were reports painting the now Lakers center in an ugly light. A diva, self-centered, immature, those were just some of the immediate takeaways from the depictions of his time with the Blazers. None of that has been a problem with the Lakers thus far. Not only has Ayton been a model citizen for Los Angeles, but the former first overall pick has become one of the most valuable members of the team. After signing a 2-year, $16.2 million deal with the Lakers, Ayton has completely bought in on the type of role player he needs to be in order to thrive in his current setup. The 27-year-old always knew the opportunity in front of him was large. Ayton has seized it thus far. DeAndre Ayton has patched up the center position in Los Angeles. The Lakers were in desperate need of a center after getting bullied without a reliable starter during the first-round series loss against the Minnesota Timberwolves in the 2025 NBA playoffs. Jackson Hayes got played off the court. Los Angeles suffered an early exit in the process. Pickings in free agency were slim. The Lakers could have ended up with Al Horford, who has struggled with the Golden State Warriors. They could have also landed on Brook Lopez. That would have been even worse. Instead, they had Ayton fall into their lap. The Lakers should be incredibly thankful for the Blazers gifting them such a reliable fix to their problems. Ayton has posted strong counting stats in Los Angeles. His career-high field goal percentage, feasting off all the incredible opportunities created by the Lakers' playmakers, stands out as the most impressive of the bunch. In a season the Lakers would like to push for a championship, they can comfortably turn their focus elsewhere when it comes to the roster. Is Ayton the perfect starting center? Not entirely. However, there is more than enough reliability there to look at other roster needs. There was justified reason to believe the Lakers were taking a gamble when they brought in Ayton. The reality, to this point, has been so much kinder to them than they could have ever imagined. Lakers have made their stance on Bronny James crystal clear. Going Nick Smith Jr. over Bronny speaks volumes. The Los Angeles Lakers started Nick Smith Jr. over Bronny James with Luka Doncic and Gabe Vincent out against the Suns on Tuesday night. Yes, that is the same Smith Jr. who the Hornets cut in September before his rookie contract expired. The Lakers signed him to a two-way deal, but he is more trusted than Bronny at this point. It was a baffling decision. Smith Jr. has a negative 2.0 value over replacement player for his career. He is a bucket getter who struggles mightily on defense. The Lakers had LeBron James in the lineup. Austin Reeves was on a minute limit after missing the previous 3 games, but the Lakers really needed defense and floor spacing around the 2 healthy stars. Smith Jr. doesn't fit that mold, but head coach J.J. Redick chose him over LeBron's son. The Suns dominated the Lakers, which allowed Bronny to get in with 9 minutes remaining and finish the contest. He was not trusted when the outcome was in doubt. Coach Redick had to decide between Smith Jr., Bronny, or playing someone out of position at the 1. Lakers don't want to play Bronny James at all. This situation keeps getting worse for the 21-year-old. He is only trusted in blowouts and hasn't played more than 10 minutes in an NBA game since November 8. Bronny got a few chances early in the season with multiple players out, but that isn't the case now. The Lakers have been without multiple guards for the last 3 games. Bronny played just 9 garbage time minutes in those contests. He has played in 6 G League games, but his stats with South Bay paint a more terrifying picture. LeBron's son is on the 15-man roster with a guaranteed contract. There is just $1.2 million for sure coming in the 2026-27 season, and the Lakers will have to think hard about locking in the full deal. Bronny has been so bad thus far that Coach Redick doesn't trust him unless the game is decided. The 6 feet 2 inches guard is averaging 1.7 points, 1.5 assists, and 0.6 steals in 9.0 minutes per game over 15 contests with the purple and gold. Sadly, most of Bronny's minutes have come in mop-up duty, where he has played against the opposition's deep rotation players. It is certainly not ideal for the fan favorite. It is fair to question if Bronny would even be on the team if not for his famous father. The Lakers keep proving they don't trust the younger James. If the statement wasn't clear in Tuesday's loss to the Suns, look at the countless other examples of Bronny not being part of the rotation even with multiple players sidelined. Head coach J.J. Redick was looking for any possible spark during a nightmare performance against the Suns, but he didn't go to Bronny until he was waving the white flag. He clearly doesn't trust him, which could put LeBron's son on the chopping block before the February 5 trade deadline. The Los Angeles Lakers want to compete for the championship and desperately need more depth. Expect Rob Pelinka to explore ways to add it. Bronny James isn't untouchable. With the team not trusting him, it could be time to move on. Tracking how many games Lakers can miss before becoming ineligible for awards. Given the NBA's 65-game minimum for awards, how many more games can LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves miss? One of the crazier rule changes the NBA has made in recent years was the 65-game minimum for players to qualify for awards. It's led to some truly wonky results, like a whole host of the league's top defenders being ineligible for Defensive Player of the Year and plenty of deserving players missing out on honors they had rightful cases for. It also means that any in-season injury comes with it a ticking countdown of games remaining before being ruled ineligible. The Lakers have suffered plenty of injuries this season, most notably in LeBron James missing the opening weeks of the season. As a result, he has just a one-game cushion before becoming ineligible for any awards, which would mark the end of his string of 21 consecutive All-NBA selections. Given the number of back-to-backs remaining on the Lakers' schedule and the likelihood of LeBron sitting one of the games out, it seems like a foregone conclusion that streak, like his double-digit scoring streak, comes to an end this season. How much risk are other Lakers at? For most, it's not a particularly meaningful benchmark to clear. For the likes of Luka Doncic or Austin Reeves, both of whom have missed time this season, it is a particularly relevant line they must stay above. Here's a look at how many games each player who could be in the running for awards has missed so far and can miss the rest of the season. Austin Reeves, 6 games missed, 11 more games can be missed. Luka Doncic, 6 games missed, 11 more games can be missed. LeBron James, 16 games missed, 1 more game can be missed. DeAndre Ayton, 4 games missed, 13 more games can be missed. Marcus Smart, 9 games missed, 8 more games can be missed. Obviously, Ayton, most improved player, and Smart, 6th man of the year. All defense, are long shots to win any kind of awards, but long shots have won in years past if for no other reason than everyone in front of them became ineligible. We'll keep this updated as each player misses any more games this season to see how close they are to being ruled ineligible, so be sure to check back. JJ Redick targets unnamed Lakers player after Suns loss. During his impassioned rant about the Los Angeles Lakers' defensive struggles on Tuesday, head coach JJ Redick targeted one unnamed player for not paying attention to schemes and being unaware of particular defensive terms. "We had a guy the other day who hasn't played a lot who didn't know what a flood was in the middle of a game," Redick said when asked about the Lakers' inability to execute team defense. "So, clearly, when not healthy, we have room to grow in that area. The act of flooding the strong side of the court is a strategy where an extra defender is sent to the area with the ball handler and multiple offensive players, aiming to clog the space, force a pass or shrink the floor to stop dribble penetration, per fast model." JJ Redick takes a shot at one of his own Lakers players. "We had a guy the other day who hasn't played a lot who didn't know what a flood was in the middle of a game." Who was the unnamed Lakers player? Considering that Redick said the unnamed player hasn't played a lot, one wonders if he was referring to either Nick Smith Jr., Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht, or even Bronny James. Redick also followed up his comments by suggesting that the player in question may not get as much playing time when the team is healthy again. The Lakers were without Luka Doncic, calf contusion, Rui Hachimura, groin, and Gabe Vincent, back, on Tuesday, after being without Austin Reeves for 3 games and starting center DeAndre Ayton for 2 games. As such, his rotation patterns have been erratic, leading to miscommunications on defense and failure to implement schemes. JJ Redick rips Lakers. After his team gave up 132 points to the Phoenix Suns on Tuesday, including a staggering 62 points in the paint, Redick called out his team for either not paying attention to team meetings or simply not caring enough to give effort. "We practice this stuff enough," Redick said of the defensive principles, via ESPN's Dave McMenamin. "We review this stuff enough. We show film on this stuff enough that to me, it comes down to just making the choice. It's making the choice. There are shortcuts you can take, or you can do the hard thing and you can make the second effort, or you can sprint back or you can't. It's just a choice. And there's a million choices in a game, and you're very likely not going to make every choice correctly. But can you make the vast majority of them correctly? It gives you a chance to win. Former Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart, who continues to be the Lakers' only bright light on defense, ripped his teammates as well. "We doing S," Smart said of the Lakers' defense, via ESPN. "We're being real tight right now, and it's showing. Every team goes through it trying to figure it out. You just pray that it happens early and we can fix it before it's too late. But yeah, there's really no defense, no scheme we can do when we're giving up offensive rebounds in crucial moments like we are, or guys are getting wherever they want on the court. And there's no help, there's no resistance, there's no urgency. So, it's tough." And JJ is right. There's really nothing he can do. It's on us. Lakers reinforcements could be on the way for Christmas Day Rockets clash. The Los Angeles Lakers are set to face off against the Houston Rockets for the first time this season as part of the NBA's Christmas Day slate of games. While the Lakers have dealt with multiple injury issues early this season, they are set to possibly receive reinforcements via the team's latest injury report. While Luka Doncic reportedly was on track to return to the Lakers lineup against the Rockets on Christmas Day, he has officially been listed as questionable on the injury report. A final decision on his status likely won't come until right before the game. Doncic has been on a tear this season and has firmly planted his name in the conversation for the MVP award. He initially suffered the leg injury during the Lakers' loss to the LA Clippers last Saturday. He did not return to the game after halftime. But the Lakers should get Rui Hachimura back in the lineup as he was officially upgraded as probable on the injury report. Hachimura has been sidelined for the past 2 games, both Lakers losses, as he deals with a groin injury. Hachimura has been among the team's most consistent players, and is among the best in terms of playing off the Lakers' stars. Jackson Hayes is also listed as questionable for the Lakers game against the Rockets. Hayes re-aggravated a previous ankle injury during the team's recent loss to the Phoenix Suns. Gabe Vincent was the only player who has been ruled completely out for Christmas. Albeit losing to the Suns on Tuesday, the Lakers welcomed both Austin Reeves and DeAndre Ayton back in the lineup. Reeves had been out due to a calf injury, and Ayton was nursing an elbow injury. Following the loss to the Suns, Lakers head coach JJ Redick promised that the team would have the right mentality against the Rockets.